Okay, it's 1:23. Oh my God, it's 1:23 p.m. Monday, January 15th. Now it's 1:24. Just wanted to share something because it's getting to the point where, and I just said, I'll run out in the middle of the motherfucking street screaming, yelling bloody murder. I don't give a shit. I have no pride, no shame. So my phone was just charging up. It's just a little 3G, Obama, cheap, whatever, free welfare phone, okay. I always keep it off just to keep the battery charged up, because why waste electricity charging it up and then it's just sitting there. I don't really use the phone. It's just, you know, it's free, emergency. I can keep in contact with my neighbor upstairs who also has health issues and stuff, so, and my landlord, so people can get a hold of me, you know, just necessary things. So I'm charging it up for, like, you know, this morning, you know, for a couple hours, whatever. It was pretty low by the time I uploaded that little video. It was pretty low, so it caught my attention because it popped up the green, and it takes up like the whole faceplate, so it's obvious when it's all the way charged up. It's a full green battery, and it's not doing the red, green, and then growing again and it's fully all the way green. It has a check mark with a circle around it. So I said, oh, okay, so, you know, unplug it, turn it off. I just went to go turn it on because I had a synchronicity that I wanted to record. Because I'm looking up Ariadne, and it had 2828 as a view, so. And then earlier when I made a recording, it was 828, so I keep seeing this 28, and anyway. So I just go to turn my phone on, and it's doing the automatic turn off. I look at the power, and it's at 0. And it says, you know, when it does that, like, clunky, you know, it's vitally low, you know, connect to charger. After I just got done charging it all the way fully up to 100%, and then turning it off, okay? Even if I didn't turn it off, it shouldn't be at 0% just on the same day, right after charging it up, a couple hours later, okay? I wasn't talking on it or using it, so. But it was shut off, so I go to turn it on. It keeps turning off. Okay, this is the only phone I have. Okay, I have health issues. I have a child, okay? I don't have transportation. But, you know, I have Medi-Cal that would cover an ambulance. I had, you know, I've had to, my son, like, almost stopped breathing one night, so, you know, there was a couple times I had to go to the hospital, and once I had to take him. And once when he was in school and he had a high fever, and then nurse, you know. So, I mean, I don't even know who I'm supposed to go to. What if there's an emergency and I have to call 911 and they do this to this isn't the first time, okay, but and I knew it was like, where are you, motherfucker? Because it's a white, just gray blanket. I mean, they did a pretty good job of just covering it all in today. And of course, and there's planes all over today. Of course, whenever it's just no fail, whatever time I go to the bathroom or take a shower, a plane always, no fail, at least one, okay? They probably got motorcycles going, because one guy, like, went up to the park and turned around, and then again they did it, and then another guy in a car, like, came down the alleyway and then went. It's like people are, this is a small little town. Are you from out of town and you don't know where you're going? And plus, why would you have to turn back around when the street just connects right around the corner, like 2 houses around? But I don't want to go off on tangents like that. But, because I try to just stick to the important things, like how much is it really affecting my life? But, you know, or maybe they want to just, you know, for whatever reason, they want to try to mess with me today, which, you know, it's all good. So I just wanted to share that. They're getting pretty frisky with it. They're getting pretty intrusive, okay? And I'm gonna put together a little so you guys can see for yourself. Okay, you think we're crazy, but you'll all see soon enough. And my neighbor upstairs is an RN, and he has an excellent iPhone with a special programmed because he's a nurse and he looks at all these photos. Okay, so you can see inside my mouth. Okay, this happened when I'm laying in bed, and it was on the left side. So, and the wall's right here, and then it's outside. Okay, I'll just show you actually so you can see for yourself. So when I'm laying in bed, I don't know if, okay, it's not made. Okay, so see how the wall's like right here, and then it's outside. Okay, because this is my bed right here. And so that's an outside wall. So I'm just laying in bed, you know, this was when I was a little bit more sick, so I would just, my joints and everything, trying to sit at the table even with a pillow, you know, it's just like, so I would have, you know, just keep laying in bed, staying warm and comfortable, and have my coffee and, you know, watch some videos or something just as my morning routine to get up and all that. Especially if my son was sleeping inside. Have a little bit of that, you know, just sacred time to myself and peace and quiet. But so I'm laying in bed and I have nothing, okay? There was no spots of biting my cheek or a sore spot or anything like that. There's nothing there. Perfectly smooth. All of a sudden I just feel like this, I'm like, it didn't really hurt. I can't even remember if it was kind of warm. I think all I noticed was how it was raised up a little bit. I'm like, what's that? Like, I got like a canker sore on the side of my cheek. And okay, so it's facing the left outside wall, and it's my left cheek. So that's what's facing on to the outward world. Okay. And so I'm going to gather, I think I have a couple more pictures of different spots on my body, and I shared that in a video, but I showed it after it was kind of old, because I did take a picture of it because it happened when I was going to take a bath. There was nothing there, and then all of a sudden it was there. So it's like I'm getting into the bath, they're zapping me with lasers right when, so it's like, they know when you're taking a bath, they know when you're taking a shit, they know when you're sleeping, they know when you're been bad or good, oh, so be good for goodness sake. Oh. So I'm just sitting here, I'm drinking my coffee, you know, and I'm like, huh, what's that? I'm like, I don't remember biting it's not sore. And I'm thinking, I don't remember biting my cheek, because, you know, that happens. So I'm just thinking all the rational things. So I'm like, what is that? Is that a canker sore? I'm like, it was so weird. It wasn't just there just a second ago, like literally it pops up out of nowhere. So, and when they've been on my body, and this started happening to me when I was out in New Mexico. It was the first time when I was living out at my dad's. It was the first time I noticed these. It would pop up on my finger. I don't know if I had them on my face anywhere. I remember on my finger a couple times, my legs a couple times. I think on my arm once, so several times, okay, and I was just thinking, oh, these must be like little capillaries bursting or something, but it was always the same exact, I was noticing that it was a perfect dot, perfect circle, like tattoo work, okay, every single time it was the same exact size, perfectly laser circle, and would make a little black, like I said, it wasn't raised when it was on my regular skin, like on my body. But this one time, and this is the only time it was, like I said, I don't even think it was ever on my face. But this, for whatever reason, it didn't leave a mark on the outside, but it went all the way in, and it left it on the inside layer of my cheek. So I have a picture of it that my neighbor, who's a nurse, took, okay? And it's like they wanted me to because I wasn't getting it, I guess. They wanted me to know that it was them or something, you know what I mean? It's like a serial killer who kind of wants to leave a trail, so it's like they're not found out, but you know it's them, you know, so they can have some kind of evil glory or whatever. I don't know. I'd really have to reach far to imagine what demons get off on, but so I had two. Okay, I looked at it in the mirror, I'm like, what the, okay, this is just like, no. And it was just like literally from 1 second to the next, I had nothing there, and then I had something there and I had not gotten up, I had not done anything, I'm just sitting here in bed, and so they zapped me when I'm sitting here in bed, in my bedroom, okay? 2, perfectly spaced, okay? Same exact size, same perfect circle, perfect laser circle, little black dots right now, okay? So I'm gonna have to get on my big computer, because I believe I still have some pictures of when I had one on my hand, on my thumb or finger somewhere. But I definitely have the one that my neighbor took, because that's when I was like, okay, this is... And then now that they're zapping my phone, so if I have an emergency, I can't call 911 and I have a child? Really? So, you know, what do you do with that? Do you go to the police station? Did they just say, you know, well, that can happen with phones. Are you sure you charged it up? Are you sure you had it plugged in? You know what I mean? This typical response. Oh, a UFO. Oh, yeah, it was a balloon from, you know, a car sales lot advertisement. So that's why I have a channel, so I can, you know, get it out here. And so now I'm really gonna and I had another dream. I believe it was an Arcturian energy, because it was just like the Morgellons dream. I was telling them exactly, very just in layman's term, about the little black dots. Okay, so now it's like, okay, honestly, like, I'm not vain, okay, like, really, but I didn't want to show it because it's like his camera is so, it's like a medical program, whatever, and his camera is so good. It's like you can see, and I don't even have a mustache. I'm like, what is that? It's like, but it's like, it's so close because I'm like stretching my cheek out like that, and so you can like see my nose hair. I mean, it's a clean nose. You can like, you know, see my facial hair, whatever. I mean, up close, everyone has hair, but I'm just like, what? I don't even have a mustache. No way. I have a little bump here, just like Morgellons, whatever, that won't heal. That never turns into a pimple. It's just like a sore spot that, I don't know. I think the body finds certain channels. It's like, oh, here's a good one to push this crap out of. I don't know. I like tapioca balls come out of my wrist. Yeah. But, you know, now it's getting to the point where people want to fuck with me. Like, you don't want to, I'm not the one, you know. I'm on Team God, trying to do the right thing, be a humble servant of God, but also, you know, stand in my truth and my power, and not, people aren't going to like take from me, but, so, just so it's known that, that's why I don't have tolerance for just petty, stupid shit. It's like, just quit it, because I'm dealing with stuff that's like, this is no glory show. Yeah, I know you're jealous of my life, right? I get to have an autoimmune disease and a special needs child that's caused from all this shit, and be constantly targeted and harassed, and my channel is trying to upload a 12-minute video and is making it take like 2.5 hours, and then the numbers keep changing up and down. I'm just like, goes to hour and a half to 2.5 to hour and 20 to 2:12 to 1:45 to 2 to 3 to so they've been zapping my computer all day. And then now with my phone, I'm like, you know, 911 has never been very helpful for me. Okay, unless it's an ambulance, you have to go to the hospital, and then even then it's like, once you get to a certain point. But, so I'm just going to pray, like I always do. I just go straight to God, take it all to God, and it's just reminding me of that dream that I had when I was explaining to, I believe, Arcturians, because I had the same exact kind of but I didn't necessarily remember seeing people there, but I knew there were people around, but it just wasn't as vivid as the Morgellons one, but because it's been on my mind to share that, and I mentioned it in a couple videos that I was going to post a picture of that, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And it's like little pencil laser, it's just, you know, like laser, like like they would use for, you know, it's just like a real thin little like pencil laser for how big those circles are, and that it's the same size every time. So I'm assuming it's the same little or the same setting on the little contraption that they're using. So yeah, they're treating us like guinea pigs in science experiments, and you know, I'm just thinking the people who like run the city, the county, the government, the police, they must really feel like, if they're like American ones and born here, like they're just, I'm not saying they're not egomaniacs, I'm just saying they're not going to be like against their own people, they're American, right? But it's definitely being infiltrated by people who aren't American, who don't give a shit about Americans, but, and it's not even a nationalist thing, but I'm just saying this is what's going on in 3D. So I think police officers, military, a lot of the Americans, okay, that really have that good American blood are, not saying that, I'm just saying we're all flawed, right? I'm just saying good-hearted American, just a human being, okay? It's just in human nature to be good. So, but there, you know, we can't deny the fact that there are people who hate America, blame America for everything. Not that way, but that's the whole thing's crumbling. It's already dead. It was never alive. It was never alive in the first place because it was never given the blessing. Empires are not given God's blessing, okay? So it was never given the breath of life in the first place. So it never had any life. In order to be dead, you have to have once been living. So it's a non-living. It's either alive, dead, or non-living, right, in biology. So it's a non-living entity. It never had any life, so therefore it can't have any death. So does it even really have any existence? Not really, because it's all based on lies. It's all false. Yeah, but we have the birds flying. They were chirping at me this morning. They've been flying all around, and yeah, and I think about them too when I see all this crap in the sky, and I'm just like, just the restoration of all the special needs children, single moms, single parents especially, who have had special needs children, and how oppressive that energy can be, and the pressure on men to make that money and get that trophy, everything, right? Car, wife, blah, blah, blah. Pressure on children to be little contortionists or something, I don't know, professional athletes at 4 years old. Just the pressure, all these pressures, and it's all a bunch of lies. Oh, there is the tiniest little bird. Oh my goodness. You know those little spiky balls that are like, and then they puff out, but they're on, I guess it's a maple, are they maples? I guess it's a maple, yeah. They make those little really spiny balls. These birds are like, its body is smaller than those things. Oh, it's like eating, there must be little seeds in there that it's eating out of the puffball thing. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, just to document stuff too, because yeah, because you don't know how dirty it's gonna get before we get all purified, right? So all right, we'll end it there. Love, peace, and blessings.